Today I will be explaining some of the tools which are useful for data centric and EDW testing related activities. So first of the tools is a data comparator. Let me open the tool. So this is how the tool will look like. So it has a source and a target. We are basically comparing source to target. A source can be a text file, XML, Excel, or queries from Teradata, Oracle, MS SQL Server, etc. And also the target also can be any one of them. So let's try to load data to currently to the source. I will try to load it from a text file. So this is a comma delimited file, and as soon as it is loaded, you can see that the source color is changed and this value is changed to text target. So I can change it manually also, but to make it easier for the user, we made it automatically change also. So let's load a data to target also now. So this is a pipe delimited file. So you can see that the color changed again for target and this value changed to source automatically. Now I do a compare source to target. So you can see that it will show source to target difference here, target to source difference here. I can also select a key. Key is a combination of columns which is unique, and I can also find out the exact differences between the source and the target. So if I put my mouse here, it will show what is the value on the other side. So now it will be very clear. You can relate what I am saying here. So let's do it on some other data sets. I am connecting to the repository, which is not mandatory, but for the full functioning of the tool, this is very helpful. This is the first data set. This is the second data set. I will do a source to target difference, and this is how the source to target difference and this is the target to source difference will look like. Now this is the ALM data, very simple ALM data, and let me select a key. For ALM, defect ID is always a unique key. I will do a compare and run this job. It will say that this is a new key here, this is not existing in source, this is existing in source, but this value is different in target. So all these things as per the legends I have given here. So this is a very useful tool in doing source to target comparison in various EDW testing related activities. So let's go to some other tool, which is a data generator. So this is a data masking cum data loader tool. It can also do some very cool features, I mean comparison data and various other things. It can also connect to the repository. It can also source data from various sources here. It is basically the same sources which we saw in the comparator. So let's say I want to download a data set from the repository. So this is how it will look like. Or else I want to load data from a Teradata database. So it will say that the connection is successful, and I can also load the data in the connected schema and load data to any of these tables which is similar in structure. So let me now download data from this SQL query to the data grid. This is how I can do it. So now let's say I want to change the data. I don't want to give the same data to test instance as in the production, let's say. So I want to change the record identifier to start from this value and increment by 2. So this is how it will look like. And let's say the form identifier, I want it to be a custom string, like first value is capital, second letter is small letter, third value is mandatory F. So let's say, so this is how will work. So this is a inbuilt custom rule engine. Now let's say I want this original claim identifier as concatenation of two strings or first and the third value. So that also I can do using some code engines. So this is how it will look like. And now if I run this code correctly, it should change this fourth value to the concatenation of this and this. So this is how it did the job. You can see it is exactly the concatenation of this and this. So I can either load it to the database using this load query interface, or also I can load it to the repository for now. I export it to the data grid here. I'll say, so this file can be retrieved anytime and it can be used for testing. So this is how the data generator will work. Like the C# engine I shown here, there is a JavaScript engine also. So anyone can use that also for the purposes, for the same purposes. It can also do the same functionality, but it uses JavaScript. So let's go to some other tool now. Every tool here will have access to the repository, except the editor tool, which is meant for text editing. So let's say this is a defect data from any sample test cycle. Let's say for the last cycle there were so many defects corresponding to severity, and in the current cycle this is the number. So it will give some beautiful charts. I can change the chart look and feel also using this. So anything can be changed, and so this is how this will work. I can save this as a JPG image also. So let me show you some of the sample data which is created using this tool. So This is one of the sample tools. So so here you can see that every data is shown, and there is some we can put logos also. There is also a text editor. It can do any functionality that a commercial text editor can do. So these are some of the tools which we use for EDW testing related activities. Thank you for attending the demo.